Hello and welcome to episode 134.
And that's the end of the episode. Just trying to fuck up the editing.
Right.
No, dude.
Yeah.
You think you can trick me? You think you can trick me?
Have a good
listening
day.
to 10 seconds of it and just ending it. All right, I guess that's all we did.
It's not like how you can send me a picture of a toilet and I piss my pants because I think it's real at first. You can't trick me that easy.
That's the old sleepover trick. Showing your friend a picture of a toilet while they're sleeping and they pee themselves.
Yeah, true. I'm glad we have Alex to double check all this shit, because I'd be the guy that uploads my podcast where half of it's just muted. At some point, the whole thing gets muted. You just leave it like that. Someone like 4 days later is like, this is quiet after 22 minutes till the end, right? Oh.
Yeah, I was testing you, see if you listened to the whole thing.
I see a lot of people that complain, like not complain, but they're like, oh, sorry guys, I know, this fucked up. Because they just, it's so funny.
That's entertainment paradise now.
Aww.
Every episode is silent.
Aww.
Silent episodes.
Oh, what happened?
So sad. Too bad.
There's no one around to play Tom anymore.
No.
That's
If
great.
anyone wanted to make a video about Tom making fun of him, there's no one who could play him.
I do like that. That is, well, the benefit is that these guys are off YouTube and
It's
stop
so
making
funny he got
videos.
scared off the internet by his own naked body that was on a public account.
He was linking that shit forever. Like, go follow my TikTok, everybody. Then you look at it, it's like, what's up with all this shirtless shit, man?
He's like,
Yeah,
whoops.
I've watched that stuff before too and debated watching it on stream, but he's also just so boring that there's nothing, like, I'm just not interested.
Yeah,
He's not really an interesting guy. He's just weird and his TikTok is creepy.
that's why
Yeah.
nobody was even trying to scare him away. He fucking flipped a bitch.
Yeah,
The bitch went
remember he was
crazy.
like, this is weird, and he was like, see ya!
Yeah, like I waited to be mean to him until he said something about being against the strike.
Yeah. Like, the worst thing he did was participate in those stupid fucking videos and pretend to be me, which pissed me off, but
Yeah,
like,
you can't
also,
act like you're above that if you're in it.
He was
exactly.
pretty ugly too.
Yeah, that's what made me so upset. They
Yeah,
got
he
this
looks better
big,
with the
fat,
beard.
ugly guy to play
When
me.
he
It's like,
shows up
listen,
without the beard, I just start laughing. Like there was one night where I saw a picture of him. I was looking through their old account and I saw a picture of him without the beard and like an angle from the bottom.
Mhm.
And I just started laughing hysterically. And then I clicked on it and he started it out and he was like, all right, guys, we're live. And then he immediately started eating a sandwich. Like second one.
That's
Pretty
so
good.
funny.
R.I.P. to that guy.
His videos were like 2 minutes long, like his food reviews, which like is probably a fine enough thing, but he would also film it on his phone, which again, not that bad of a thing to do if you really don't give a shit about it, like some people. But like he'd be in his home on his couch, filming on his phone and like eating the sandwich with one hand, holding the phone with the other one, and be like, "Oh, this is pretty good. Okay, bye." Why even do that? Why upload a video? Why go through the process of editing
He's
it
such a
and
turd.
putting it on YouTube?
Yeah, he wants to be famous in the
100
same
views?
way Outlaw did
Yeah, of course.
before he died.
That's what he pissed me off about him.
He's a little less, he doesn't say, I'm going to be famous. I'm going to be famous. People are going to be asking for my autograph when I'm famous. He doesn't say that compulsively, but he does still try to do the lowest effort possible content on every single platform forever, over and over again, his entire life. He's one of those guys. Like, I'm this ugly, weird guy who immediately creeps everybody out. I'm the guy who's going to be reviewing stuff. I'm going to be famous for making videos.
I think also he's he would go into he sort of went into the last few streams like, I'm on the cool kid side. I'm making fun of Outlaw. I'm bagging on him because it makes, once Outlaw's not the scapegoat anyway, Trev would have been gone because he's like, wait a minute.
Like,
You
yeah,
guys
wait a
can't be
minute.
mean to
I'm the
me.
least funny guy here.
Yeah.
They can't be mean to Gary.
No.
Because Gary had cancer and he has
Yeah,
diseases and stuff.
Gary's got
and Gary's leftist.
Gary's got the affliction. So that's what they called Gary back in the day.
I was going through Freddie Foodie King's
Songs.
Twitter.
Oh.
Yeah, well, songs. I was going through his Twitter likes, and there's a lot of right-wing stuff, of course, but then there was also a period where he was talking about getting his channel deleted by you. Well, he deleted it, but he was like, YouTube, can you save my channel? I need to save my channel. Is there a way to like bring it back? And they're like, well, you deleted it. Like, we can't do that. And then he was just like, well, like, but like, it was an accident. I didn't mean to. Is there any way you guys should be able to fix this? And they're like, no, like, we can't do that. That doesn't make any sense. Because I guess
Did he do it
said,
on purpose?
Yeah, he did it on purpose. So that was when he says he had 35,000 subs, which is cap.
No.
100% cap. But when that Crispy Concords guy watched his videos, he did have like, I think like 8,000 subs at the time, because all those people like went over there and subbed, and then like his videos would get like 8,000 views for the first like couple weeks after, just because, you know, just freak.
Yeah, that's
like,
the ceiling for him.
Yeah, exactly. And so he got like super proud of that and all that stuff. And then I don't know why, but I've talked about it on stream, but he like deleted all of his videos, every single one of his videos, and his channel. Like, it didn't make sense. And then started a new channel and started posting on there pretending like nothing happened. But then he's complaining to YouTube because he's like, oh wait, I didn't get all these subs back. No one's coming to watch my new channel. Maybe I should just get my old channel back. Hey, YouTube, can I have this back? And they're just like, no.
Was he trying to do the home halfway thing where he deleted that tweet about Twitter is like therapy if you don't actually want to get better, because he wanted to repost it and have an excuse to talk
That's
about
not why
it?
he did it. He freaking messed up, Alex. You know it.
Yeah,
he messed up, dude.
He messed
my fucking
up.
friend came over and messed up my tweeting settings. I deleted my fucking pinned tweet.
He deleted.
But that's so annoying.
He deleted the channel by mistake, and he doesn't remember the password.
Like, the more people do that, the more annoying it is. Like, it's a little bit annoying when people get banned on Twitter over and over again and expect you to refollow.
Oh, of course.
But if they're doing it on purpose, like the Bubster does that all the time.
Yeah.
Like every 3 videos, he'll make a new channel and say, "All right, guys, come follow my new channel," or he won't even tell people.
Yeah.
Or the SM Vlogs, he'll do that. Like, "All right, guys, I'm making a new channel." It's like, you should be lucky that people are subscribed to your channel you have now. Like, that's already more than you deserve based on your content, and you expect like everybody's gonna immediately follow you wherever you go. Like, you don't have a lot of these guys. They see their sub count and they see it's like 1.5K, and they say, "Oh, I have 1.5K fans." But those people aren't watching all their videos. Maybe 30 of those people are watching their videos, because like in the Fat He People's community, they do sub for sub stuff all day.
Yeah.
So and they're like, why do people not come into my lives?
They're sub to like 1,400 different channels. And like, so how can you like see a video? How can you actually like find content from like a channel when like you're sub to all these channels? Then all they do is just like go live for like 5 hours or post like a 30-second video that they just put like hashtag shorts in there, but it's not a short. And then it just populates all over the YouTube account. Plus all the accounts that they like don't follow but get recommended to them because it's just like ghost hunting. How to smoke a cigarette out of butts you find on the ground.
How to find quarters on the freeway.
I pissed that guy off so bad, Lost Souls. I pulled up their stream one night. I forget whose channel it even was. That it was live in my feed, and I saw him come into the feed and be like, "Hey," I think it was Fatties. And he said, "Hey, Chris, I'm just feeling down. You know, she's spreading a lot of lies about me and putting me down." And I just, and he's still talking about his 21-year-old girlfriend who dumped him, who he was also cheating on. And this was like 6 months ago. This guy who's like 50-something and he lives with his mom, and he comes in there every day.
She's telling a lot of truths about me.
Yeah, she's telling some all completely made up shit that there are screenshots of me texting underage girls, and it's completely bullshit, and it's giving me mental health. And I went in under a fake account and said, "Lost Souls is always whining. All he does is come in here and whine." And then he was like, "Okay, well, I guess no one wants me here. I guess I'll just show myself out." And then Fatty had to be like, no, we're not gonna, you have to stand up to those people. I don't stand for that shit in my chat, and just causing a whole thing.
Just stirring the pot and leaving.
I love how quickly every single one of our guys rushes to defend some person accused of pedophilia.
It's really weird.
Just immediately they're like, "Well, that's my friend, and that's
beggars
okay."
Can't be choosers. And there are also people who think that all criticism of them is fake, and it's lies, and it's fake news. So they also think that all criticism of everybody, because of everything people say about Outlaw, that's wrong, right?
Yes.
All the insulting stuff, that's
of course,
totally,
I've never
totally
been right
wrong.
about him.
So everybody must be wrong about everything.
Yeah,
Alex.
which, as we've seen, has been proven true with the Fat He people. We were wrong entirely about the.
Yeah, we were wrong about the angel thing. We were wrong about his foot. We were wrong about smoking. Wrong about them being able to adopt a kid or be a foster home.
Speaking of defending pedophiles, You saw the thing Elon Musk did yesterday with that account that posted child porn?
The Dom Lucre account.
Yeah, okay.
Oh yeah, that guy's annoying.
Do you know who retweeted an account that was defending that Dom Lucre pedo guy?
Who?
Our good buddy Ariel Pink's been trying to get this guy back on Twitter.
God, he is just so. It's so annoying to be him because he's like.
Yeah, it's gotta suck.
There's a certain amount of reactionary tendencies that I will accept from people.
Yeah.
If they're like a responsible dad. If they're like your uncle who gets to the airport on time. But if you're a 44-year-old man who has dyed pink hair and you're a heroin addict, like, I don't want to hear Republican shit from you, man.
When you said a 40-year-old man that has died, I got excited. Then you said pink hair.
And his albums get no traction now because he went to January 6th. It's just sad.
He's too much of a genius.
Why did you do that?
He's too much of a genius, so you don't know what you're missing. That's why.
It's not even a political thing because, like, if he was smart, he could have a show on Compound Media. Why not? Why couldn't he be making that money? But he's so unreliable.
Yeah, I was about to say, I can tell you why. He's gonna be fucking passed out drunk when he's supposed to be filming.
Yeah, exactly. They don't trust someone like him. Like, I think we talked about it with Hesse, where it's like there's certain guys they just cannot promote.
Yep.
Like they're just unreliable, and then they'll start spewing something so crazy that even most of their like mainstream kind of brain dead audience is just like, well, I don't know about that. That's kind of weird.
Did you guys like my fake quote yesterday? No, Jake.
Alex,
there was a guy named Jay Flores that was saying 16-year-olds are scientifically hotter than a 26-year-old or something. And I was like, Jake, no. Quote tweeted, and all these people were like, you almost got me. Because it's like it's a blue check mark. They didn't check the at.
Oh, the guy deleted it.
Pearly things or something?
Yeah, that's like that.
I'm trying to keep track of all these trad e-thoughts now.
Oh, I've been aware of Just Pearly Things for way too long. Just Pearly Things looks like she got reconstructed after a face smashing incident.
It sounds like cum.
It's great because like I knew who the Dom Lucre guy is. I know who Pearly Things. I know all these people because I've been so involved in like the Melanie Mac guy universe that I see them all.
Yeah, all
on
these
their
fucking
pages.
Sound of Freedom people are retweeting the child porn poster like all the time. Like,
yeah,
whoa,
it's crazy.
That's how I know about
Zuby. Just kidding.
Wow.
Or not Zuby, but
from Donald Trump.
The Let's Go Brandon guy. That's the only reason I still know he exists.
Yeah.
The guy who had the #1 song on iTunes like 2 years ago, which is so easy to do, by the way.
Yeah, it's not hard.
Because it's only old guys on iTunes buying songs for $129. So you put out a song that says, fuck Joe Biden, and it's going to go to #1. You look on Spotify and it has 4,000 plays.
Yeah, and they pimp it, and then you just have dumbasses like AR-15 that are just like, yeah, I'll buy this song. I don't like rap, but I like Zuby.
There's so many comments like that. Like, that's all the comments. Just what you would make up as a joke. Like, well, I only listen to The Doors and Frank Sinatra, but I think this young whippersnapper, he's not uppity like the rest of them. And you can actually understand what he's saying in his raps, and he doesn't have a gat. He doesn't have a gat or bling.
I laughed at our boy AR-15 posting a book of some dipshit that he follows today and be like, can't wait to read
Drunk
this.
3PO. Man, it's
and
awesome.
Justin Lingle replied and goes,
Drunk C3PO.
Justin Lingle replied and said, where can I buy this, man? And it's like, first of all, you can't read. Second of all, it is 4 days from the first of the month. So I understand.
So he's planning ahead of time.
Yeah, he's making a shopping list for his...
He also cannot read.
That's cool to buy your first book in like 7 years or ever since high school.
Oh, ever.
And then it's the book from Drunk C3PO, who I assume is a culture war guy who just drinks
Culture
on YouTube.
war.
One of those guys who's like, I drink whiskey. I'm a sad middle-aged man who drinks whiskey and complains about Star Wars in my house. Isn't that cool?
It's funny because I also know him from my days of watching nothing but Shady Entertaining. When he became a full-on culture war guy, like he would retweet him and post and talk about him. Basically, watch those guys' videos and then make his own worse video on the same content. Did he make an anime
or manga? It looks crazy. Achromatic Chronicles.
I don't know if it's an anime
he got
or manga.
He got 100K to make this book. Graphic novel.
Yeah, people are fucking stupid.
It's a graphic novel for all ages.
Okay, it is a graphic novel because there was a few other guys that made like graphic novels, like just culture war shit that AR-15 retweets and stuff.
It looks like shit. I'll
Oh
say
yeah,
it.
of course.
So
it does.
lame.
It's so bad. Like I can't imagine reading that. Just
Lingo's-
made by this guy who thinks he could write Star Wars
Lingo's
better.
gonna
if,
buy
like,
it
no
and
women are in it.
flip through it upside down and go gay and drop it, and then be like, "Hey man, loved your book."
It's like children's books for adults.
Mm-hmm.
Like the kind of conservative children's books they write where it's like Mr. Trump built the big wall and the bad guys tried to come over it, but he said no, and everybody got mad at Mr. Trump. It's that, but for guys in their 30s.
Ugh.
Where it's like a Anita Sarkeesian versus a dragon or something.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the same kind of like, yay, it's the guys I know in a story where they win.
That's so cool. I'm gonna write a book like that.
Okay, so I pulled up this thread. So it starts with Barack Obama announcing his 2018 slate of candidates he endorsed. He says, I'm confident that together, they'll strengthen this country we love by restoring opportunity, repairing our alliances, and standing in the world and upholding our fundamental commitment to justice, fairness, responsibility, and the rule of law. But first, they need our votes. And then Artie Lange replies, her name's Loranda Dirty Bastard. My advice, BJ only with her. Then go to Daughters of People Named Donald Trump. Ha 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 ha. Then go to Victoria's Secret models who I just ordered to fuck comedian Artie Lange. I can start Lang Poontang. Let's hang. President Poontang. Then he replies to himself, if you say no, you're gay. Fuck the chick Bill O'Reilly had to pay $32 million. Then make her give you $32 million minus cab fare. Videotape it and send it to Bill O'Reilly. Fuck Kylie and Kendall and make Caitlyn Jenner watch. Then let Caitlyn blow you. Every person on Earth with these two things, a pulse and a pussy. You could make Wilt Chamberlain look like he was a midget with bad breath and AIDS. Well, people describe me that way all the time.
Yeah.
Make your bullshit speeches, that's fine. Then it's hammer time. Let me put this in perspective. I get laid every once and a while. If you're not responding because of personal shit, let's get it out, man. The week my first book came out, it was #1. Yours was 8. Sorry, peace. Dedicate the next book to the only 2 ladies you haven't banged. Then put the names of your 2 daughters. I forgot. They'll be honored.
Jesus
If your
Christ.
wife ever has the audacity to use those enormous arms to pick up a phone and ask if you can see her, you should always go wearing a shirt that says, I'm bored, you must be talking. Bait her with shit like, Michelle, sometimes I miss you and have to be with you. But when you see her heart melt and go, but then I get a hand job from George Foreman, and I get over that shit way fast. Then take out a microphone and drop it. Then leave.
Woo.
Dude, I am your wingman. It just keeps going.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
He says, you should drive your enormous black Titan dick into Pussy Ocean.
Okay.
Oh, because the one before that's about Titanic.
Mm-hmm.
And the last one is go to a Trump rally, throw a rock. The first broad it hits, fuck. That's like a 25 tweet thread that no one else responded to. It's I love Artie Lange.
So I wonder. So he was sober there, right?
Yeah, he was definitely completely sober.
That's good.
Yeah,
to know.
no, I mean, he said he was, and I haven't been fucking around. I've just been stuck in bed. I'm really fucking depressed.
It's nice to see that even celebrities can fall into the trap of drunkenly replying to yourself over and over and over again.
Alex, when you said that's how people describe me, it reminded me of this bio I saw on Twitter that was making me laugh. This guy's like one of those feeder guys, like Gainer Bowl, but look at this bio. Says noted.
Local noted fatso and homosexual.
Noted. They've got a sign.
Noted by whom? Do
They
you
have,
have a
they have a
Wikipedia article?
historical marker outside of his house.
Noted local fatso and homosexual. He's got a Google Maps icon on him on the map. He's noted.
Noted.
Oh, awesome. He's a historical designation. And this is our local fatso and homosexual. He's
Just
the only one.
One of those brown signs outside of his house.
Loudest
This is
burp ever
James.
recorded in the state.
Standing on his
Happened here.
standing on his big belly.
Oh, I like his name, Binky.
Yeah, Binky UK. Because you just suck him like a binky.
That's cool. What is he gonna suck?
She suck you like a binky. I make the baby coo. That's the little baby lyric. It's not really.
The guy's obsessed with babies.
Yeah. Duh,
Well,
baby.
he's a little one.
I mean, that would be pretty cool if you listened to Lil Baby and he was talking about pacifiers and stuff.
He was talking
Just that
about
one time he was
Enfamil.
completely literal about his name. Yeah. That's why people are stealing baby formula from the store. You have to
Yeah.
go talk to someone to pick it up because you've got guys like Lil Baby saying baby formula is so yummy in a bottle,
Yeah.
and all his fans go out and steal
They're
it.
trying to put it on a chain.
You try to
Just
give
a
him a mixed
big-
drink, and he sets it down on like the bench of this car, and it falls over because it's not a sippy cup. And he's just not used to it. He's like, "What the heck? I'm a little baby. I can't be drinking that."
I can't have that.
So stupid.
Spilling all over his chest.
They're turning their pacifiers into bling bling.
The baby trying to get into his car and pulling out like those little teething keys, looking for the right one for his car.
working on weakening their neck muscles so they can't lift their own head.
I'm always working on weakening my neck muscle. Just laying
Just
with your,
leaving it hanging.
putting your fucking TV so high that you gotta rest your head on your shoulders and you never use your neck. I'm watching.
Teens are dying. Teens are dying in school when their head falls forward. They asphyxiate.
Man, I used to be jealous of kids that can sleep in class by just sitting up straight like that. I can't do it.
Mm-hmm. No.
The real big
Yeah,
fail kids.
I wasn't jealous of them because it was the kids with the worst lives.
Yeah,
Well,
of course.
Like it was,
True.
I remember there was a girl in third grade. There was a girl who fell asleep in class, and then we went to art or something, and we all filed out of the room, and she was just still in there sleeping because the teachers knew, like, okay, I don't know what.
Yeah.
Who knows what was going on at her house last night? So,
Yeah, she's probably
like,
playing WoW.
damn, that's depressing.
I could never sleep in school. Like, I just can't sleep on a desk. And there's only a couple times where I did. One of the times
I slept in
was
school
in
every
college.
day.
I was in college and I was out the night before drinking and hanging out. And it was exam week. And I had a Spanish exam the next day. But I'm fairly good at Spanish, or at least I was. And so I felt very confident. I was like, oh, it's fine. I've been studying. I'm cool. Like, I'll go out and drink. I'm fine. I won't stay out that late. And of course I stay out
Only
till like,
tequila.
Oh, I stay out till like 2
Only
o'clock.
clear liquor.
And my test is at 9, so I get up at like 8:30, and I was like, oh fuck, and like don't even shower, just drive into school. And I'm taking the test, and I have my head down in my hand, just looking at the test. And then the next thing I know is my like head slams down onto the desk because my arm slipped and my head hit the desk, and there's just this loud bang. Then I sit up, and everybody looks at me, and I'm just like pretending to take the test and like writing stuff down.
Gong. Fuck.
Oh man, that's awesome.
That is really good.
And I got an A on it. And I got a B in the class despite not doing most of the assignments. And to the point where the teacher was like, you'd have an A if you just did the work. And I was just like, yeah.
Dude, I hate that feeling of falling asleep somewhere public like that and waking up being like, where the fuck? What the
Yeah.
fuck?
Yeah, I can't fall asleep unless I'm laying down.
Yeah, I don't sleep in cars either.
I don't sleep in cars or planes, which has sucked.
I only sleep in cars when I'm the one driving.
Oh, okay. That's safe.
Yeah, if I'm in the passenger seat,
Well,
I
that's-
can't
You have
Like,
a Tesla, though.
get a wink.
Yeah.
You have a Tesla Cybertruck.
That's what cruise control is for.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a Tesla, so most of the time I'm just playing games on the
That
iPad.
guy's the goat. The guy that turned on his cruise control, went to make a sandwich and died. That was like autopilot.
It turns for
Wouldn't
you
think
too.
people would use that more if it was autopilot, bro?
Yeah. Not just like,
Yeah,
well, damn.
that's what I thought it was when I was like 3.
Damn, I'm
When
hungry.
I heard about cruise control, like you just press a button and
Oh,
it drives the car
gosh.
for you. That's so cool, bro.
Seeing the driver just walk past you to go pee, you're like, wait a minute.
Oh, no, luckily, the autopilot's on. We're
I
fine.
think he killed his wife too, so like she could have been driving while he made the
Yeah.
sandwich, but
Or she could have made a sandwich.
Fucking bitch. Sorry.
Of course.
She was in the kitchen. Ugh.
That pisses me off.
That pisses me right
Yeah,
off.
that shit just pisses me
That
off. I
shit-
thought it was a heartwarming story, but
Yeah.
now that I realized there was a woman in it,
There was a woman.
now I'm pissed off at her.
Not making a sandwich. I'm angry.
I'm just angry at her for just being
Mhm.
disrespectful to that
You're
guy.
getting him killed.
Ticked off. I'm fucking pissed. We gotta end this pod right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna fucking rage quit, dude.
It's all rage quit on 3. One,
I gotta
two.
call the cut.
Oh
3.
no! Oh shit! Look at. Okay, so Jack just posted a day ago that Jack on the Go show, and he said, "What a great hole in the wall! Food was delicious. We sampled 5 different things. Keyword sample here. So what he got was a bacon cheeseburger with a side of fries." Chicken and waffles, which has 3 different fried pieces, like fried chicken pieces,
Sampled.
3 different waffles, and a side of onion rings, a fried bologna sandwich, chocolate cake, and that's it. But that's a lot of food.
He sampled it.
Was this at good Best Eats?
I don't know. It didn't say. He just. Oh, it is Best Eats. Best Eats restaurant.
That was the one where
roulette.
he went to the restaurant and you can see Tammy getting mad at him in the video.
Oh, I haven't watched
And he
that
has
one.
so little footage that he can't even take shit out, or it's going to be like a minute 30 seconds. But it reminds me of like taking your demented old grandma out to eat, and everything it's like Livia Soprano trying to take her out to eat, and everything she sees is like, oh no, what is that? Oh, what is that? Oh, what is that? And it just keeps everyone at max anxiety the entire time. And he's doing that where he's like, or do they have the sides, or is this the entrees menu? And Tammy's like, it says sides. It says sides. It's just asking questions rapid fire wrong. Like, where's the and she's just so upset.
He's
I'm
glad he's alive.
She's over it.
I'll be honest. I'm glad he's alive, just making life miserable for his family.
Mm-hmm.
It's a true joy in my life to see him and his videos, and he's can't move half of his face, and he's just like slobbering on himself. Flies are just jumping the gun a little bit.
On him, yeah.
Just
he can only go 10 minutes from his house.
Mm-hmm. And like his wife has to do everything for him. They have to call over his really fucking stupid son to help him. Like he also can't do anything. But
it's so fortunate for Jack Jr. that his mom has money from her accountant job or whatever it is, because he can live at their house in like the guest house that they have.
Yeah.
Because otherwise he would be dead probably. Like a guy like him who has a white rapper who has a song produced about sneakers his dad bought him, and then gets fired from 7-Eleven.
Gets fired from every job he's ever had.
Usually, like the type of guys that, guys who dress like W words.
Mm-hmm.
Usually, every guy like that I grew up with is in jail or probation.
I was about to say
dead.
It would be jail for him because he'd be like one of these guys that tries to become like a big time drug dealer and immediately gets like 10 years.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he's like he's AJ Soprano.
Yeah.
He's like that type of guy. You think like he thinks he's cool, and he's always like he's got his snapback and his jersey, and he's always trying to like throw his weight around. But yeah, like if he tried to, he would try to sell someone pressed E and get killed.
He's so stupid he couldn't figure out how to open a big thing of minced garlic and just stabbed it open with a knife. Not even thinking about how, like, now you can't use that garlic because it can't be stored properly and it's just going to go bad immediately.
They never chop garlic. Like, he has old videos about chopping garlic.
It's wild that they don't chop the garlic. But aside from
if you're a chef, you should be doing that shit. You shouldn't be taking those shortcuts.
His last name being Scalfani and his shit is so whack for
his son comes in with, like, no sleeves on, trying to show off his arms, drinking a Ghost at, like, 2 p.m. that he's definitely not going to use to work out with, and he can't get this fucking jar open. He's so stupid and so weak. He can't get this jar open and just immediately resorts to cutting open the top.
Isn't that supposed to be like a test of masculinity?
You would think.
If you're like the cool tough guy, you can't open a jar.
If you're already making a video to help your dad whose arm doesn't work.
You would think also like that you wouldn't resort to caveman methods where you just beat it open, but you could run
because the way that thing
like
looked
some
after
like
too,
warm water.
You could tell they pulled it. He like stabbed it with a serrated knife because every time he pulled it out, it would rip the fucking lid up.
Yeah, it wasn't even like a jar. It was a plastic thing.
Yeah, it was just a plastic top, and he just cut it open. And he also cut it open to the point where it looked like he stuck his hand in because he didn't get like a big enough spoon, like a long enough spoon or something, or scooper, or like sort of tilt it so it would come near the top and he could just take a spoon through whatever opening he made. He cut it and ripped it open so he could fit his fucking hand in there and grab garlic.
It looked like
God damn it.
It's all pointy like those rape condoms. Yeah. You can't get it out.
It was like the fish tank trap from Saw 3. You stick your arms in but you can't get them out.
Homemade trap with my stupid dad.
Are you guys going to go see Sawx? That's what I call Saw 10. Sawx.
I don't think I'm going to go.
It rocks my. I haven't seen any of
it. It rocks my socks. Well, this one's cool. I think I actually want to see 10 because I do love the Saw series, and this one has Tobin Bell in it again, and it's going to be like a between Saw 2 and 3 events, so it's like a retrospective.
I think the last one I saw was like Saw 2.
Oh, you saw 2 of them?
Yeah, 1 and 2.
I think I saw up to 4 in theaters, and I was like, by 4, I was like, all right, I'm done seeing these now. But I would see.
What happens in all of them?
There's a bunch of guys that get suck into traps and then they die, and then
I want to see if I can spoil it.
There's a bunch of baddies that get stuck. Do you really know, Alex? You'd probably like the first one just with the idea that's cool and it's kind of troll.
The first one I liked the first one a lot.
I remember in high school, I forget how this even came up, but it was social studies class, and there was this girl who was like a goth.
Oh.
And like not in the cool way, like in the lamest type of Hot Topic way. Mm-hmm. And I think that the teacher said something about like the horror movies or exploitation movies or the Saw movies, and then called them pornography. like violent pornography or something, and then she got like really mad and was like, no, those are serious movies that talk about humanity and like morals and stuff. And it's so awesome to be like, yeah, Saw changed my life.
Saw sort of talks about morals in the same way like the trolley problem does.
Yeah, it's like this is the first movie that's really made me think about like whether it's cool to kill someone in a trap.
Yeah, or like
I never really thought about like what if I put a guy in a bear trap?
These guys are in the traps because they're bad guys. He had an affair.
true.
Oh wow.
I do love that how all of the varying degrees of bad things that people have done. How you get the one guy that's like got 4 books overdue at the library, hanging from a wire. Then the other guy's like, I'm a rapist murderer.
What are you in for? Parking ticket?
It's sort of like that. Like I made someone mad at work.
Yeah.
Accidentally cut in front of the Saw guy in line at the Yankee
That's
Stadium.
what I think. Like one of them, I think it was the second one where, like maybe one of the guys like got into a car accident that like killed the guy's wife, and he like got off because of like a technicality in like the court
he got
system.
off?
Yeah, he came all over the body.
Yeah, it was gross. But like, and then the Saw guy was like, "Well, you're gonna get killed now." I'm like, just like, all right, I guess. Like, I don't know if that fits your motive of like seeking redemption or whatever he was trying to do. I don't know. I thought some of those traps were cool though.
Yeah, it doesn't really make sense to be like the bureaucracy is too much to punish people. Then you have all these traps set up.
It's less about the lore,
You have like
though.
an obstacle course. Why don't you just shoot them if you want to make it easy?
It's less about the lore and being appreciative of how fucking cool the traps get. It's like the Incredible Machine.
Oh, I get it. I get the appeal of it. Like where you're just like, oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, and also
then
just seeing it in theaters every couple of years was fun.
And then
I just wish they would do it with animals.
Yeah.
Can't we do it with animals like
instead.
dogs or cats?
I got another gripe
Some
about
monkeys.
it's one of those things where people call the fucking clown Jigsaw. That's not his fucking name. It's Billy. Billy the Clown.
No, his name is It.
It's It. It's IT.
Pennywise.
IT.
IT. It stands for It's Terrifying.
Yeah. Extremely terrifying.
Extremely.
Extremely terrifying.
Dumb fuck. Anyway, so yeah, I think I'm gonna see Sawx.
Sawx in the theaters, and that's going to be Michael Lore first movie in the theaters since Deadpool.
I think Oppenheimer still might be that, but I haven't booked it yet.
Okay.
I do want to see Oppenheimer in IMAX though, and I have an IMAX really close to me. It's worth it.
I think for me, it might actually be the Emoji Movie.
Oh wow,
the last
It's
one I
been a
saw in
while.
theaters.
that's a lot. You saw
Yeah.
the Emoji Movie in theaters.
Yeah, the
God damn
Emoji.
it.
Yeah, me and Jen went to the theater. We were visiting her family, and we had an afternoon to kill. And it was like, I don't want to watch a serious movie, really. Let's just watch the Emoji Movie.
Yeah.
And it was okay. It was basically Inside Out. It was professionally made enough that it's like it hits all the beats of a kid's movie.
Deadpool was early 2016, right?
Yeah, it was like February 2016.
Yeah, it was okay. Yeah, I did that. So about 7 years I've been to the movies.
That's a long time. I saw Barbie. We go to the
Yeah, I
movies
was gonna
enough.
say, did either of you guys go to the movies? But I guess Tom is the only one that went to see. Did you
I-
like it?
Yeah,
I wouldn't mind seeing that.
It was
It
fun.
was
Yeah, it was good
Yeah, it
enough.
was fun.
Like, it wasn't
Even though
like,
I'm not a girl, and like I need you guys to know, like I've never played with a Barbie. But I think like on a movie level, it's interesting. But I would never play with a Barbie. Listeners, I'm not gay or like a girl. I wouldn't play with that shit.
I'm
Like,
no fucking chick.
I got my
alright?
guys. I played with guys in the bathtub. One time there's a girl toy in there, but it wasn't mine. Mostly it's my guys.
So my guys would sometimes use the Barbies for sexual pleasure. But
Oh,
nothing,
no.
but no, it's cool.
My
It was,
Kens?
it was consenting.
Being a guy who hates Barbies and you only have Kens.
I was making my homemade porno as a kid. She's like, damn, that's hot. No, the movie was good. Like, it felt weird. There was like 3 or 4 different plot lines that just kind of like coincide with each other, and then everything just sort of gets like resolved and cleaned up super fast. But otherwise, it was like, it didn't feel like 2 hours. And so that's always nice for a movie. That's why, like, with Oppenheimer, like, I hear it's really good and I want to see it, but it's also like 3 fucking hours. And
I heard John Cena's
John Cena is in it.
in the Barbie movie.
Yeah, I'll probably watch it when it comes out on VOD.
The problem with something like that and watching it at home, I just won't pay attention. I won't pay attention to any movie at home because I'll just look at my phone.
Like, it would be nice to not have to use the bathroom.
Yeah, it is nice, but like you know, I can hold it for the most part.
I guess they just need a toilet in the theater. So there has to be a reason where you can actually sit there.
I've said that before.
For 3 hours.
The seats should be a toilet as well, and you should be able to pee and poop.
I don't want a diaper because
we
then
don't
it's
even need
there.
that. We just if you just slant the floors like in stadiums, it'll all run down to the bottom. You can't put the train at the bottom.
That's a good point.
Yeah,
yeah, it's like how they collect wolf urine.
All the pee and
sell.
all the pee and turds that run down the side.
There was a lady when I went into the theater to see Barbie.
Eating it, and you get a bunch of popcorn. Oh,
the lady 2 chairs next to me had her dog with her, like a little chihuahua in the theater, and the dog was like very well behaved, but it was a little jarring to like get your popcorn and your drink, and like you sit there and like you look over to your left, and there's this lady with like this dog that's just like wagging its tail in her face, staring at the screen.
Was it dressed up?
It was not.
You have to do a Legally Blonde type thing, I think.
You would think
everyone's
put like a pink tutu on the dog.
Everyone's addicted to Barbie and Wordle. I've noticed. Been everywhere.
Everybody.
Yeah, I'm a Wordler and a Barbler.
Nobody can stop talking about Wordle.
I'm a Barbler.
Frank is the only person who still talks about Wordle.
I've actually been playing Wordle again. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I played it.
I stand corrected.
You fucking lie to me. Lie to me.
I think Frank cheats at Wordle, by the way.
I had a 2-rounder
he 100%
yesterday.
does.
Frank absolutely cheats at Wordle.
Somehow he gets it in 2 guesses every single
Frank
day.
should
I
play
don't think so.
Wordle.
He can't even talk.
He's playing Wordle because he's doing what I used to do.
He's playing Wordle.
Which is like when I at midnight, like I would go onto Wordle on like, an incognito page on my phone and like just run through it until it tells me the word, and then I would go onto like my actual like non-incognito page and do it in one try, and then tweet it at like 12:01, one try, perfect word. Be like, damn, I'm so smart.
Pretty good. You don't even have to do that anymore because Elon got rid of the Twitter from iPhone, Twitter from whatever thing.
Yeah.
So you could just copy and paste the 4 or the 5 green rectangles in there.
You can just copy and paste it every day.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah.
I used to search just 5 green rectangles in a row and find people that were lying and cheating and make fun of them. On days when it was really hard, I'd find people with like the 2 guesses, but they'd be like, wow, or just the 1 guessers. Wow.
Damn, I can't believe I guessed this word.
I fucking did it. It's like I had one legitimate 1 guess ever, and it's just because I started with the same word every day, and that day was that word. It was like catch or something.
I started with the same word every day, and I think it was ocean, and I never got it.
Damn, just like Boston Dad.
You don't know about ocean?
I know about ocean. That's my boy. That's my son. Son of the year. Son of the father of the year. Hero to fathers
Son
everywhere.
of the father of the year. Getting your kid that shirt. Father of the year, son.
That's cool.
All right. It wasn't boobs. I couldn't get it, so I'm done with Wordle.
Damn.
That's why I stopped playing it the first time. It's
Guessing
like, okay.
boobs 5 times in a row. Damn.
Boobs,
damn,
tits.
Damn.
Tits with 2 S's.
Boobs, booby, booba, boobo.
Asses.
Doing only Twitch emotes. Monka.
Monka.
Pog-U.
Twitch
Pog-O.
Slurtle.
Twitchell. Slurtle.
It'd be called Turtle.
Did anyone make Slurtle?
There's a Slurtle, but it's like I don't think it's called that.
No, it's on the Compound Media website.
No, that's
Let's
right.
see. N. Oh, that's it.
I think it's Sweardle.
Oh, okay.
I think it's Sweardle, not Slurtle. Yeah.
Sweardle?
Sweardle, because it's like different swears.
And then like politics and geopolitics nerds love to play Tradle and brag about that. That one's easy though to me.
Tradle.
There was Hurdle, where you could listen to like a brief, like 0.1 of a second.
Yeah, that one's
of a
pretty
song.
easy too, I think. I usually beat that one pretty quick. Yeah, the ones I suck on though is usually just a song I've never fucking heard. That's like a chart topper in the UK right now. I'm like, okay, I don't know, or like a Bad Bunny single that I never heard. Because Bad Bunny's got like 8 songs with 12 billion plays I've never heard.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm part of the 12 million plays by now.
Yeah, I love him.
I do. I'm part Latin now, so I've been telling people.
You're Latin now.
Mm-hmm.
Not Latinx, Latin now.
Latin Tom.
Like, that's how you pronounce Latino. I'm Latin now.
Latin now.
Copper ore 14.1%, electricity 9.1%, raw aluminum 12.4%. Got wine 1.63%. So it can't be like Norway. I mean, it wouldn't be that anyway because it would be oil, but it has to be somewhere sort of warm.
Italy.
I don't think it's in Europe.
No, I don't think it is either. I think it'll be somebody else, like in Australia or something, that makes wine still, but not their biggest.
I have no clue.
Damn, I could go for some wine. Instead of listening to people whine.
Wine,
Yeah, I'm talking about the demon crats.
That's all they do anymore. That's all they do anymore.
The demon crats and the Republic crabs.
I'm going to guess Uzbekistan. Let's see.
Oh, you betcha, Stan?
Uzbekistan.
You betcha, Stan is the UP and Wisconsin mixed. We're giving it away. They got to call it that.
Well, that's a lot of kilometers away. Well, fuck that.
Oh, no.
Fuck your copper, fuck your lead, fuck your electricity.
The
Why don't you export something cool like computer chips or cars or movies?
The lights on my ring light are flashing. And they're about to go out. But it's like on one section.
Oh, they're
Smack.
telling you it's burning out?
So what I'm hoping is that they all start burning out and start flashing. I'm going to turn them real bright and just put it right in front of my face.
Go fucking
See if I can get a McConnell going on.
That'd be cool.
Nice
Then
little seizure.
You can sue them.
That's true. This random ring light company.
Be like,
China, I'm suing you.
damn, that'd be
I'm suing the maker of my ring lights because it made me take all these nudes. I got a camera in the ring lights, and it made me take all these nudes, and now people have them. And I just feel like if I didn't have this ring light, I wouldn't have sent all that shit.
My
to people.
students found my tasteful nudes, and it ain't good.
They found my erotica.
Well, prepare to see my penis. That's one of my favorite posts ever. Well, prepare to see my penis. When that guy got his dick leaked by some girl he was talking to. I don't even know if she ever leaked it, but he was just ready for her to. He went into a DM and said, well, prepare to see my dick, everybody. Everybody's like, huh?
Yeah, there's a guy with like 1,000 followers.
Yeah.
Even if she posted it, they would be like, "That's whose dick?"
Nobody would have cared. You can't just go on Twitter you can't just go with a new account and be like, "Here's a dick," and expect people to see
this
it.
guy.
Yeah, it's like what people used to do on 4chan, where they would post like their friend's phone number and be like, "Oh, everybody call this."
Yeah.
Like, who the fuck is that? Why would I call that? I don't know who that is. Get out of here.
That is a good
It
bit
still would work though.
If you were trying to get like to really bother somebody, to be like adding their friends with like your own like new account and just posting like a picture of like the nastiest dick and be like, this is the guy's dick, he sent it to me.
Oh yeah, that would be the move, I think, if he announces that people are he's all right, guys, expect to see my penis, and then you post like one of the ones that's split in half, all the body mods and shit, or it's like an infected
that
one.
disgusting
it's all brown.
one that Zeke sent Andrew looks like the onion pulled out of the earth.
The long
that one
tip
was so
one?
gross.
I love that one.
What would your move be after that? You would have to post your actual penis with like today's newspaper
that is your only
to be like,
defense.
no,
Like,
I don't have an
actually-
infection.
Having to look for
Actually,
quarters
it's
to go buy a
sort of
newspaper
normal.
to take your penis picture.
Trying to decide if you should do flaccid or hard.
What do you guys think?
Then you realize you do have a weird looking dick. You can't find a good picture of it. You're like, they're gonna think this is even worse looking. They're gonna think
Everybody's like, this is worse than the original.
they're gonna think this is the joke one. Oh, that'd be really funny to post like an actual big dick, but as like a dangly swastika earring on it. Like, that's not. I guess it's mine, but that was a joke. Oh, I don't know.
I didn't think it was Buddhist. I got it in Japan.
It rolled around the wrong way. It flipped
it's
over.
backwards. It's the orientation of the camera flipped it.
So stupid.
It mirrored.
All right, if people are mad at that, I'll posting a picture of a black guy.
People are mad at anything these days. That's what I was.
Well, how can I be racist if this is my penis?
I was laughing.
Just the last one was a joke, by the way.
I've been watching the Beauty and the Geek Australia, and I'm on season 3 right now. And I told Chad today, it'd be funny if there's one kid that I just hate looking at because he's disgusting, nasty little freak. And I said it was the makeover episode where they usually look a lot better. And I said it'd be funny if they just a fucking 6'4" black guy comes out instead of this little white kid right after the makeover, and they just have a black guy play him the rest of the show. That's his makeover. You're just a big.
They tried to do that to me. I said no.
Oh shit. Weirdly, I had 2 guys come into chat in the past. While I've been watching that this week, and one guy was like, I auditioned for this show in 2000 whatever, but I was too like with it to get on the show because I knew how to pronounce things like I forgot what he said. Oh, Yves Saint Laurent, that sort of thing. Like he was he was too cool to be a nerd, I guess.
Too much pop culture
Yeah,
knowledge.
it's like I was ugly but knew too much pop culture. And then another guy came. He's like, I auditioned for this show, or I got a call about the show after auditioning, but I still didn't make it to the next round. I was like, oh, were you a beauty or a geek? He's like, well, my Twitch account's 12 years old. You take a guess. All right.
Beauty. He was doing hot
True.
tub streams.
Man, that show's hilarious though. Those fucking nerds. It's all these beautiful girls that have to talk to them because they're like teammates, and so many of those nerds take that as like, damn, I am fuckable. Like they get a little bit of confidence. And then some of them will like sort of have like a romantic interest with these girls that are like completely out of their league, and it seems sort of genuine. But then they're like, well, so and so seems to have her eyes on me too, and they fucking fuck it up because they try to have like 2 girlfriends at once. These little spazzes, man. They talk
the
to a
producers
girl
gas
for the
those guys up.
Little
yeah.
demons.
The producers are definitely. Like, it's one of those shows where you can only script it so far because these guys are so goddamn awkward. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Great
Yeah,
content.
you have to push them into situations where they'll naturally do that stuff.
Australia's version of the show is so much better than America's. Like, the American girls were so... girls on the American one were almost mean, like, no matter what. They're just, like, bad people. The Australian girls were, like, just nicer, I guess. Weird.
That reminds me of the VH1 show, the Pua show, the mystery guy.
Oh, yeah.
Like he was teaching like nerds how to like pick up women.
Fucking mystery and his goddamn fuzzy hat.
His like his big old
Jamiroquai
fuzzy
hat.
hats.
I want to get one of those hats.
You look
No
cool
one
in
wears
that.
those hats anymore.
I know.
Well, he
swing
does.
back.
He might. What was
Like,
it?
why doesn't
The
Andrew
pickup
Tate wear
artist.
that hat?
Alex,
just-
you
I
should-
bet people would like him more.
Alex should get the Pharrell hat now.
It was
It's too
just
big,
so
the
funny
shipping's
to see
too much.
those nerds
Woo!
like, and then he's like, "Yeah, dude, it's actually not about like trying to like fuck women. It's about trying to get confidence in yourself." And
So you can fuck women.
Yeah, you can fuck women.
That's what pissed me about that
abuse
guys,
them.
because even like whoever were the top guys were that mystery liked and like would recommend people. I didn't believe that they ever fucked that without paying.
Yeah, for
It's
sure.
crazy.
They're all sex tourists.
Yeah, that's all those guys are. And like, I mean, they're on the show because of that too.
Like a lot of the time, they're not even that weird or bad looking. They immediately start trying to do this game they learned from a book to any woman. They're like, what is going on? What is this? Why can't you just have a normal conversation?
So many of those guys genuinely learn about sex tourism, and that's where they're like online teaching shit. Like how to have the most fun in Bangkok. Like, ugh.
God,
Sex
that's
blogs.
because that's what when my
How to
brother
avoid the local laws.
Because my brother lives in Laos now with his husband, but when he first got over there, he had to go on like a visa, just like a tourist visa, and it would have to leave. And then he couldn't work in Laos, and so he had to teach in Thailand, and then like go into Laos and then come back to Thailand, and it was a
Right.
whole thing. But he was living in Thailand, teaching there, and when I asked him about it, he was just like, "Yeah, there's like so many old British guys that are just alone there," and it's like, "Yeah, I know."
They're
Bro,
pink.
the only like you could Google red light districts in any South Asian city and go to that on Google Maps on the street view, and you will just see old British guys walking around.
Yeah, it's
It's
gross.
fucking crazy.
But
Tokyo
then I
too.
love because we
Tokyo
talk
too.
about
If you want
it.
to find all the British guys in Tokyo, they're all in the red light district all the time.
We'll talk about that on stream, and then somebody's like, "Oh, there's plenty more reasons to go to Thailand. They're not." And it's like, I
Right,
know
obviously.
that, motherfucker. God damn, you're so stupid. That's not what I'm saying.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is that they're.
I always get
rural
annoyed by
out
that too, because I'll make sex tourist jokes or just straight
Yeah.
up say someone's a sex tourist, like a certain like YouTubers and shit. You're like, there's other reasons to go there. I'm like, yes, I probably know more than you.
Yeah, there's a million.
Yeah, it's
reasons to go
always
there.
the opposite. If you say Thailand, they're like, "Oh, you're going lady boys."
Yeah.
But if you and then if you say like, "Oh, there's sex tourism over there," it's like, "No, there's not."
God.
Whatever the
There's
opposite
more
is.
to it. There's more to
No,
it.
there's they have food.
Some guy with like staring at like 3 keyboards trying to type to you. Hey, wait a minute.
They have a burgeoning
You
tech
pissed
industry.
me off. We stayed in Shinjuku in Japan, pretty near the like red light district, because
Yeah,
there
it's,
was
like,
a
right
lot of
there.
those places that like they had these guys outside trying to like grab you to like come in. And like I was just like, I'm with my wife, can't do that. Sorry.
Bro,
And,
Tokyo scams are so funny. Like how they'll come and hand you like a tissue paper filled with Tylenol and tell you it's ecstasy
Yeah.
and tell you to give them like $100. That's so cool.
All those games are great because also the ones
Chat would be like,
when
dude, no way.
the way they trick tourists on like resort beaches where like they'll give you like, oh, this is like here's like this homemade like little doll, and they'll hand it to you and be like, all right, that's yours. $50. I need $50 now. Like, nope,
Yeah,
not taking it
yeah.
back. You bought it.
fuck. There was a streamer Cece who's just in Thailand, and she got scammed. Well, she says she got scammed. She was at like this strip show, and she had to pay like, I forgot how much baht they made her pay for it. I think it's 10,000 or something, and it was for this painting this girl did with her pussy. And it just said, "Welcome to Thailand, Cece," with like a heart. It's really pretty good penmanship though for having her paintbrush up there and painting. Anyway, she didn't stream it. She only told the story on stream. So
yeah,
in case anyone wants to go look for that, it's only the picture of the painting.
That's kind of how, because they'll do it. I remember talking to Andrew when he went to Italy and like in Rome. And the guys will just hand you roses.
The rose
like,
guys,
right,
yeah,
the rose guys. All right, that's $15.
Dude, there's some cool YouTube channels, and some of them obviously go over the top with it. But the anti-scam type guys, there's there's an Amsterdam guy where his entire channel is just how to recognize and avoid scams in Amsterdam only. And he walks around busting scammers all the time, and it's pretty funny. But also, like, fuck that. I don't want to get stabbed and shit.
No, exactly. Someone scamming.
Yeah, I mean,
like,
those guys, the tour, like, fuck the tourists. The tourists that are giving people money for no reason, like, clearly they have money to throw around.
It's almost a meme at this point. Every time a streamer goes to Argentina, like, so many streamers will be like, we're doing a couple days in Buenos Aires, and their shit gets stolen the first or second day every time. They'll be streaming live, and someone will come by on a motorcycle and be like, yoink, and the stream's like, just sees the side of the motorcycle, and you're like, bzzz.
Well, as long as it's still going.
Yeah, right?
Yeah,
as long as the content.
Yeah, I still have the content. Thank you.
I don't care who it is.
Well, now they get to stream on the channel and make money for them.
Is crime that bad in Argentina?
Apparently so, like pickpockety at least, you know. I don't want to give a bad reputation. It's just at least as far as streaming goes, they're a little more bold.
But that's kind of like, I feel like a lot of just major countries have certain things like that.
Oh yeah, it's all those shitholes. I'm just kidding.
Well, like you go to Europe and like shit like that'll happen. But also people just pick on tourists because they're easy targets.
If you're an easy target, you're an easy target. Period.
Yeah. People do it, and you're not from New York City, and you're not from there. Like, and especially you look like you're not from there. Someone's gonna.
If you go to Times Square, people hassle you at Times Square. If you're a deaf girl and you have a mental illness, and a black guy tries to dance with you, and you start crying, stuff like that happens all the time. True. Or Mikey Miles will try to rape you.
That's true.
That's
traumatizing.
True. But you can kill him.
You gotta learn how to
kill him pretty easily.
Yeah, you could just smack him.
Yeah,
you could knock him over.
He's like a Diablo.
You could break all his bones.
Diablo fly swarm. Just stomp him and he falls down. Fuck.
Getting a big hammer and throwing it at the ground. The vibrations just kill him instantly.
I'd love to jump on his head and stomp him like a Goomba.
I would love to throw a big burlap sack over him that's like all the way down to like where his feet is, and then push him over on the ground, and then a bunch of people come up with clubs, like golf clubs and bats, and just whack him.
Just fill a sock with like bars of soap or quarters and just go to town on his body.
Or make him stand under the Empire State Building.
If they just found him lying in the grass underneath a bridge, they would expect that he was trying to do push-ups and he just fell.
Make him like clear out the whole area under the Empire State Building and tell him he's gonna be a part of a movie, and have him like run down that street, and then everyone's just up on the observation deck throwing coins.
Yeah, dropping pennies on him.
Yeah.
He's gonna pick him up.
Yeah, he likes those.
It.
We can make a game out of it, like a game show. We can film him.
That's my kind of game.
Trying to catch the pennies dropped from the Empire State Building.
I'm still laughing at one of the fucking callers calling in during the thing when David Blaine was standing up on like the pole in the middle of Central Park or whatever, and the caller calling and saying, "I almost got arrested last night because I was over there yelling at him and throwing shit at him, trying to knock him down." Jesus Christ.
Psycho.
He's so evil. Going to
that reminds me of
throwing rocks and shit.
Yeah. I was watching that Stuttering John live interview
that was crazy.
Yesterday.
Holy fuck.
With the what are these podcast guys? It's people who are like Stern, Kumia adjacent.
Yeah.
And Stuttering John was he was the guy who would do celebrity interviews on the Stern Show in the 90s and early 2000s, and he's just such a dickhead and a drunk and
he's unrecognizable and doesn't sound like himself. He looks like Derek from the Fat universe now and sounds like him.
He looks like a completely different person, and he's just always trying to scam people, and he's basically a lol cow for those guys now.
Mm-hmm.
And they were playing one of his interviews where he was interviewing some woman who was on the Stern Show, and he kept trying to do like Howard questions, like, so, you know, who's the best guy you've ever slept with? Yeah, so it says here you slept with David Blaine. That's why I remembered it. And she was just clearly not biting at all. And they pointed out that it was him trying to imitate Howard, which is shit they talked about like 30 years ago.
Yeah.
Like, you can listen to clips from 1993 where Howard's telling Stuttering John, like, so you're not funny, you're obnoxious to celebrities, and every time you try to be funny, you're doing an impression of me.
Your name is
It's
Stuttering
still
John.
happening. Yeah, they hired him because he was stuttering, and it made him think he was a comedian. It was almost like, it's like if we hired Outlaw to interview people at conventions badly
that's
as a
great
joke,
idea.
and then he thought that it meant he was like an actual really funny person.
You know, that was actually the plan until he got his press passes pulled for his lewd behavior.
Unfortunately, and then he died.
Yeah.
Then
Yeah,
he was
R.I.P.
killed.
Yeah, it turned out to not be necessary due to his death.
So sad, so sad. And then I
Reportedly
saw
Premature death.
Passed away at age 30.
certain Mr. Zoid is going to be at a
Oh, yeah.
convention
R word
in
Zoid.
town. Our word
Limping
Zoid.
around.
Yeah, he's going to be limping around, but I don't think I'm going this time, so I won't be able to see him.
Yeah, I don't know why he even goes to those. I don't know what he's
That's
interested
like the most
in at
woke
all.
one you can go to.
Yeah,
The only thing he's interested, yeah, that's the thing about those conventions. There aren't really that many nerd conventions for like aggrieved boomers who
Yeah.
hate anything,
Oh?
and they just want to talk about like I don't know what they would even like Bonanza or some shit.
So I got a press pass last year and went, and there's like, I think, who was there last year? Brendan Fraser was like the big name.
Oh, nice.
But then like, you know, just voice actors and wrestlers and all that shit. And then like you go and
here.
all the stands, they sell stuff, but like nothing that he would be interested in. Like he doesn't care about like someone's homemade art. He doesn't care about like Pokemon cards. He doesn't care about like D&D dice. Like what does he care about? Like Atari? And
I don't know if he
calling
even cares about
AOC,
Atari.
like an a-hole.
The only thing he cares about is what's on Fox News that day. He's in full-on
Yeah.
like disability grandpa mode, where your entire life is just whatever Dana Loesch says.
So what's the
Or
point of
whoever's
going?
or Brian Kilmeade.
Because there's nothing there for him. Literally nothing there for him. So why is he going? He doesn't care about any of the pop culture stuff.
Maybe his parents told him to get out of the house. They're like, oh, that thing is happening. That's a good opportunity to get out of the house, because he's just sitting in his house. They have to get him out of bed and put him in his chair, and then he's in the Dana Loesch chat pissing off all the old ladies because he's too unfunny and obnoxious even for them. They're like, what are you talking about? And he still hasn't unblocked the admin. The admin who gets paid by Dana Loesch. Somehow he blocked her by accident trying to block the trolls. And she tried to message him on Facebook to get him to unblock her, and he can't figure it out. So she has to talk to him on a second account.
I like that you
It's
said
so
the
amazing to
trolls.
have people who are 20 years older than you doing tech support for you.
I like
It's
that
so
you say the
pathetic.
trolls as if it's not. You know,
Yeah, it was me.
You.
Yeah, it was me going in there as all his family members.
So, and then the best part was that like someone was like, these guys are called like FYM. They watch you and they're making fun of you. And he's just like, huh? Who? What? Huh?
Yeah, it's like that guy that commented years ago, or it's been going on for years, I guess. Every few months he'll comment like, oh, those Michael Hudson and the Chapo guys, they're making fun of you. Those communists, aren't you going to fight back? Like thinking that there's going to be some epic confrontation
Those are my
or
ops,
something.
dude.
Yeah, those are your ops. And they just can't, he can't, he's totally inscrutable. He's totally like, he's separate from internet culture in a way that makes it impossible for him to communicate.
It makes it impossible for us to ever receive our comeuppance.
Like someone could come to his house and explain it to him and show him one of our videos watching him, and he still wouldn't get it.
I could
He wouldn't
explain it to him.
understand.
Like, oh, here's me talking about driving to this bar you go to every Sunday, smashing your head down onto a table. That's me. I'm right here with you.
I want to do the same thing to Jack and watch his like little fucking winky eye be like, boing, boing, boing. While he's like, his mouth hanging open trying to understand it.
Jack is at least like acknowledges that people.
Oh, Jack fully understands what we do.
Yeah.
Because he does keep an eye on all the people making fun of him on
Yes,
YouTube. Because those are the only people paying attention to
Yeah.
him at this point. And he's okay with like August the Duck and those guys because they talk about his cooking and they don't say that like it's funny that he had a stroke.
But it is
and
funny.
He's a horrible guy
Yeah,
who
we
choked his
talk about him
son and he's
dying.
evil. Yeah, we say like, yeah, it's funny if he dies. He's a bad person. He did this to himself.
Because he's come
His
back.
family hates him.
I think he was posted on this blog about how all these people are so happy that I could have died. It's like, yeah. He's like, how sad do you have to be? And it's like, I'm not actually. I have a great life. It's just, I really want you to go, man.
Yeah, you're the one who's kind of shitty, and you're actually detracting from people who are normal because they have to drop what they're doing to come help you again.
I hate when someone's actually a bad person. They're like, you got to be a sick, sad person to make fun of. I'm like, no, I feel great. That's why I'm able to make fun of you so confidently.
Yeah, I feel awesome. My life's dope.
That's one of the grim, brutal truths of the internet. Is that just because someone doesn't like you or they're making fun of you, it doesn't mean their life is bad. Doesn't mean they're a bad person. Doesn't mean they live with their parents. It doesn't mean they're poor. It doesn't mean they don't get pussy. Sometimes there are people who have plenty of money and they have a normal life and they make fun of you.
Yeah.
And that applies to anyone. You can't just assume that like anyone who doesn't like me sucks.
I'm gonna start calling people poor like I'm a 12-year-old rich kid.
Yeah.
You're fucking poor, dude.
Dude,
You know
you're
I'm
so
poor.
Penny pincher.
You fucking poor. Good luck. Good luck with your
pleb.
I went to the
Got no
bank.
money.
No one knew you. So stupid. Well,
I went to the piggy bank. No one knew you there. Me bullying people on the play.